Hello and welcome to Story Time. Today we're going to talk about family. And family starts with the sound. Do you know what letter that is? That's F. And there is the word family. And sometimes your family is more than just the people you live with. Sometimes it's even friends can be your family sometimes. And our first book today is called The Family Book by Todd Parr. Some families are big. Some families are small. Some families are the same color. Some families are different colors. All families like to hug each other. Some families live near each other. Some families live far away from each other. Some families look alike. Some families look like their pets. All families are sad when they lose someone they love. Some families have a stepmom or stepdad and stepsisters or stepbrothers. Some families adopt children. Some families have two moms or two dads. Some families have one parent instead of two. All families like to celebrate special days together. Some families eat the same things. Some families eat different things. Some families like to be quiet. Some families like to be loud. Ooh. Some families like to be clean. Some families like to be messy. Some families live in a house by themselves. Some families share a house with other families. All families can help each other be strong. There are lots of ways to be a family. Your family is special no matter what kind it is. It says, love Todd, and Todd is the author. So who is in your family? The next story, the title is Who's in My Family? All About Our Families by Robbie H. Harris. But before we start reading, think about who is in your family. Do you have brothers and sisters, grandparents, moms, dads? Do you have a pet, like maybe a dog or a cat? I have 6 people in my family and 1 little puppy. All right. And this is kind of like a comic book because it has the speech bubbles by the characters. Wherever you live, wherever you go, there are all kinds of families. Wake up, Nellie! Our family's going to the zoo today. I can't wait to see the polar bear family playing on the rocks. Hey, Gus, I can't wait to see the sea lion family diving into the deep water. Families live in so many different kinds of places, in cities, in towns, in the countryside, in apartments, in houses, or on farms. Families live near lakes, near rivers, near oceans, in the desert, in the mountains, or on grassy plains. It's fun to live up in an apartment. I can see the zoo from here. I think I can see a farm. I bet it's fun to live where cows and chickens live. Some families eat different kinds of food for breakfast. Some families eat bacon, eggs, bagels, and juice. I really like breakfast. Some eat oranges, blueberry pancakes, and milk. I'm full. Some eat pita bread, hummus, cucumbers, and olives. Yum! Some families eat soup, shrimp dumplings, and rice. More rice, please. Some eat raspberries, bananas, granola, and yogurt. I'm mixing it up. Some eat papaya, burritos, and hot chocolate. Delish. What do you eat for breakfast at your family? Families love to be together. Families go to the market, to the library, to the doctor, to the dentist, to the park, to the zoo, and so many other places together. I love when our family goes to the beach together. I love when our family goes to the zoo together. Families fly kites, ride bikes, play catch, get haircuts, buy new shoes, visit friends or grandparents, and do so many other things together. People families are one kind of family. There are also animal families, squirrel families, polar bear families, sea lion families, zebra families, giraffe families, hippopotamus families, tiger families, and so many other kinds of animal families. Our family is a family with people, with 2 kids and 2 grown-ups. We're a people family, but with 1 puppy and 1 gerbil. Children are born into their families or adopted into their families, and most children live with and grow up with in their families. Some families have 1 child, some have 2 children. Some families have 3 or 4 or more children. Some have twins, some have triplets. Look, the polar bear family has 2 bear cubs in it. I bet they're twins. That's an awesome family. My friend's family has 3 kids in it, twins and a baby. What a cool family. Many families have grown-ups and children in them. Some families have only grown-ups. Some families have a mommy and a daddy. Some have a mommy, some have a daddy. Some have 2 mommies, and some have 2 daddies. Guess what, Gus? My family is your family. Nellie, I know who's in my family. Hippos are not in my family. Yippee! Dinner's at our house tonight. Hooray! Our family and friends are coming over for dinner. Some children live with their mommy part of the time and their daddy part of the time. Some children live with their daddy and a step-parent. Some live with their mommy and a step-parent. In some families, everybody's hair is the same, mostly wavy or mostly curly or mostly straight. In other families, people have different kinds and different colors of hair. In some families, everybody has almost the same skin color. In other families, people have different skin colors. In some families, people's eyes are different colors or different shapes. In other families, people have the same color of eyes or the same shape of eyes. Your eyes, my eyes, mommy's eyes, and daddy's eyes are all the same color, brown. And we all have different shades of skin. Yours is darker and mine is lighter. Sometimes a grandparent or aunt or uncle live with a child's family, and sometimes children live in their grandparents or aunts or uncles or foster parents' home. Parents, sisters, brothers, grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles can all be part of a child's family. Often, good friends or a pet can be part of a child's family too. Nellie, you are my sister, my big sister, and you're my friend too, right? Right, Gus, don't worry. I can be your big sister and your friend. And I am. Families have happy times together. Our family and friends have happy times, like now when everybody gets together. This is so much fun. It's tons of fun when all the kids play together. But sometimes families have mad times. Whoopee, flying milk. Gus, you spilled milk all over me, and I'm really mad at you. And sometimes families have sad times. I'm sad too, Gus, but I'm glad you said you're sorry. I'm sorry, Nellie. I'm sad I did that. I'm really sad I did that. Sometimes children get a runny nose or a sore throat, a fever, a tummy ache, or a scraped knee, or a cut finger, or just feel bad. Families help children feel better and get well. If I get a tummy ache, Mommy or Daddy holds me on their lap, and then I feel a lot better. If I feel bad or crummy, Daddy or Mommy gives me a big cuddle, and then I feel better. Parents and kids help each other clean up, put away toys, and feed their pets. After supper, our puppy licks up every crumb on the floor. Our puppy helps our family clean up. Our puppy does not brush his teeth before going to bed, but we do. Parents help their children take a bath, wash and dry their hair, brush their teeth, and get dressed for bed. Every night and every day, all around the world, families talk, laugh, sing, play, cuddle, tell stories, read books, and make sure their children are healthy and safe and loved. At nighttime, our family sings jazzy songs together. Bebop, bebop, ba-doo bop, bebop, ba-doo bop. At night, our family also reads stories together. Sometimes we read the same story 3 times in a row. Most of the time, and no matter what, children and grown-ups and their families really do love one another. Our family loves to give each other really big hugs and smoochy kisses too. Families love to be together. And that is the end. So what are some of the fun things that your family does together? Our next story is a story about art, but it's also about a frog family that lives in a mushroom. It's called Poco and the Drum by Matthew Forsyth. The biggest mistake Poco's parents ever made was giving her a drum. They had made mistakes before. Like the slingshot. And the llama. And the balloon. But the drum was the biggest mistake. "We shouldn't have given her that drum," said her father. "What?" said her mother. "The drum is too loud. I can't hear you." "The drum was a big mistake," said her father. "That sounds like a wonderful idea," said her mother, who still couldn't hear anything of what he was saying. The next day, her father said, "Poco, why don't you take your drum outside for a little while? But don't make too much noise. We're just a little frog family that lives in a mushroom, and we don't like drawing attention to ourselves." Poco agreed, and she set out as quietly as she could. It had just rained, and the forest was sparkling like an emerald. And it was very quiet. Too quiet. Poco started tapping on her drum just to keep herself company. But something stirred behind her. A raccoon playing a banjo started following her, so Poco hit her drum louder. And then a rabbit playing a trumpet started following them, but Poco kept playing her drum. Then a wolf, who couldn't really play anything but was very happy to be near the music, joined in, and Poco still played her drum. But then the wolf ate the rabbit, and Poco stopped playing her drum and faced the wolf and said, "No more eating band members, or you're out of the band." "I'm sorry," said the wolf, and he meant it. And then they all started playing again, and soon there was a crowd of animals playing instruments. And a crowd of animals following them around enjoying the music. And they were all following Poco. "Poco, your dinner's ready," shouted her father. No one answered, but he could hear the music in the distance. And the music grew louder and louder until the crowd swept through the house and carried Poco's parents off into the woods. "Oh no," said her father. "Oh dear," said her mother. "I think that's Poco down in front," said her father. "And you know what?" "What?" said her mother, who was just getting to the best part of her book. "I think she's pretty good." And no one could hear what he was saying, but if they could, they would have all agreed. Alright, so our next story is a newer story, and it's called The Bear in My Family, and it is by Maya Tatsagawa. And maybe you have a bear in your family. Let's read it and find out. See if you can figure out who the bear is. I live with a bear. The bear sleeps there. Beware. This is what the bear looks like. Big ears, mean eyes, sharp teeth, strong arms, short but quick legs. Scary, right? The bear is really loud. Roar! Really bossy and always hungry. So messy. Your turn to clean. Hey, that's mine. Too slow. Oh, and the bear is strong. Let's play. Ow, stop. Maybe too strong. For some reason, my parents think the bear is family. I tried to tell my mom the truth. We live with a bear. Don't be silly. Why don't you go to the park? But she tells me to go outside and play. I wonder why my parents don't see what I see. That's our swing. Get off. Uh-oh. I could use a bear right now. Roar! Ah! I guess a loud bear isn't so bad. Or a strong bear either. Even a hungry bear can come in handy. Here. And a fast bear makes me fast too. You're it. Best of all is a bear that looks out for me. Ow. Here. And who doesn't love bear hugs? I told you I'm not a bear. Yes, you are. Roar. And so am I. Roar. Because what's better than one bear? Two. Okay, and we have 2 books left for our story time. But before I read the next one, just remember to check our social media like Twitter and Facebook, and check on our website to make sure you're getting the most current take and make kits, and check in for story times. There's digital story times posted, and there's some digital bedtime stories posted too. And the next story is called Hair Love by Matthew A. Cherry. My name is Zuri, and I have hair that has a mind of its own. It kinks, coils, and curls every which way. Daddy tells me it's beautiful, that makes me proud. I love that my hair lets me be me. In funky braids with beads, I am a princess. And when my hair is in 2 puffs, I am above the clouds like a superhero. My hair even does magic tricks. One day Rocky and I were playing outside when along came the rain. From large to small it went, presto, just like that. There's nothing my hair can't do. Today I woke up extra early all by myself. I was too excited to sleep. It's a big day. Daddy was still sleeping. Shh, I said to Rocky as we tiptoed past him. Lately, Daddy has been worn out. He makes me breakfast, takes me to school, goes to work, picks me up, and yesterday we went to a bike ride around the park. I think he needs a break. Because today is special. I want a perfect hairstyle. This calls for a professional touch. Paws off, Rocky. Daddy heard the crash. Zuri, what on earth? He asked. I was only trying to help, I said. Daddy smiled. Can I help too? It'll be a piece of cake, Zuzu. First style was a big no way. The second was no better. No, Daddy. Then Daddy tried slicking my hair back into 2 puffs. Ouch, Daddy yelled. Wait a minute, Daddy said as he reached into the drawer and pulled out a pick. Ta-da! Daddy, really? I said. I'll be right back, he promised. Now, how's that? He asked, pulling a hat down over my eyes. Daddy, come on, we can do better than this. I really need my hair to be special. Don't worry, he said, we'll figure it out. Then I had a great idea. Daddy gathered all the tools we needed, and we were set. Watching carefully, Daddy combed, parted, oiled, and twisted. He nailed it. Funky puff buns, pretty, and so much fun. Rocky approved too. I put on my superhero cape as a final touch to a perfect look. Where's my Zuzu? Mommy called from the door. She could not get in the house fast enough. Mommy, you've got to be the prettiest Supergirl I've ever seen, she said. And your hair is beautiful, Zuri. Who did it? I looked at Daddy and beamed. Mommy smiled. Very nice. Thank you. We learned from the best, Daddy said as he gave her a big hug. My hair is mommy, daddy, and me. It's hair love. And this last one is called One Family by George Shannon, and it is a counting book, so you can help me read it by counting along at home. One is one lamp, one clock, one book to share. One is two, one pair of shoes, one team of horses, one family. One is three, one house of bears, one bowl of pears, one family. One is four, one key of ring of keys, one pile of pups, one family. One is five, one bunch of bananas, one hand of cards, one family. One is six, one line of laundry, one butterfly's legs, one family. And if you look carefully, one line of laundry has 6 pieces of laundry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a butterfly has 6 legs. You can see in the painting. One is 7, one bouquet of blooms, one flock of birds, one family. One is 8, one box of crayons, one row of ducks, one family. One is 9, one flight of stairs, one collection of rocks, one family. One is 10, one batch of cookies, one shelf of books, one family. One is one and everyone, one earth, one world, one family. In the back, you can see what you had to find in each picture to count them out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is the end of our story time for this week. We'll see you next week. Bye.